Today I thought I'd show you how to do my mixture. So I've got 4 plastic cups, 4 of these stirrers. Let's see, this one's already been used. You can reuse them a couple of times, but you have to like clean them straight away. You got some crimson, some gold, some bronze, some glitter, some Ecovia washing up liquid, lemon and aloe vera, tough on grease, even tougher on canvases. Some golden colour pouring medium gloss. You don't need much of this. Some Floetrol. Again, I don't use that much of this. You'll see in a minute. Some silicone oil. And in the UK, this is a lot cheaper than the Floetrol. So I use a lot of this PVA glue. So to get started, do the paint first. I'll show you what to actually use. This is going to end up like Blue Peter or something, isn't it? I'll just make a mess. First time speaking as well, so I only use about that much paint, so not loads. I'm try and use this. So I just realised I think I'm missing a colour as well. So yeah, that same amount in each one. Gold. Well, amazing. I've already used this. That technical itch. Here we go. That precious gold coming out. Squeeze it all out. Squeeze it all out. I'm singing. I might have to cut this out. La da da. I'm gonna add another colour. What colour? What colour should I add to that? I'm gonna add another metallic, I think. A silver. Yeah. Then I'm going to use black on this as well, but just a touch. A little bit of black, a little bit of white, just to give it that contrast. So that's that in. Do next, give it a little stir. Not much. So this is the first time I've actually spoken one of my videos, and kind of like, oh, what do you say? I'm keeping you entertained. Let me entertain you. Da da da. Cracking up. Right, okay, next. This is quite expensive. So, being a tight Yorkshireman, I'll try to use enough that'll be adequate for my means, I suppose. And it's like probably about that much for each one. Now, what I like about this golden colour is it gives like a sheen, like a shine, like a gloss, but I suppose it's cold gloss. It gives it like a nice sheen, nice glossy look to you. to your painting, especially when it dries, especially when you're using metallics as well. So yeah, about that much in each one. I'm always getting my paint stuck with tops and stuff, so I try and wipe everything down. I'll probably try and squeeze this out later. It's like gold dust, this. Right, okay, so for me, I've learned to give everything a little stir as you're going along. I don't usually use these plastic cups because they're a bit flimsy for stirring. It's horrible. I prefer the paper cups that you can get from, I don't know, Quid Shop or Home Bargain or something like that. Home Bargain, I think, 59p for like 10 cups. Yeah, give it a stir. You can see how lumpy this one is. Looks like that stuff you used to get at school, doesn't it? Semolina or something. The pudding. Looks a bit, yeah. I'll just trail off and not finish my sentences. I do that a lot. Never mind. Look at, oh God, just lumps. Oh, lumpy, lumpy lump. It's such a lump. Lumpy. Lumpy, lumpy, lumpy. I might have to put some music over this. I sure you don't want to hear me singing. As it might go viral. It's like, listen to this idiot. I nearly swore. Give it a good stir. And then use this, well, it's called Ultrel on here, but it's Floetrol basically. Again, this is quite expensive. I think for that, 26 quid, and it's like, ooh, not much left. But I probably put about the same amount in as I do the golden colour, roundabout. I think it just helps on the consistency. I don't want to really just use full PVA glue, which would be a lot cheaper, but obviously the PVA is going to dry clear, same as these. Well, the other one dries quite glossy, but give it a stir. You'll see some of them lumps. I think, saying that though, I might see some lumps in the other. I tend to find that this paint is actually better than these ones. I don't think I'll buy these ones again. But anyway, give it a good stir. Stirring away, Bella. Cat's just oblivious to it all. Fast asleep. And a little perch. Hello. Perching away. Okay. More stir. As you can see, if you can see, that's how much I've put in with paint and with Floetrol and the golden colour, and then the rest really is going to be PVA glue. Because like I said, the PVA glue works just as well, but it's a lot cheaper in the UK anyway. I do believe it's it's more expensive in the US. Wherever you're watching from, I'm sure you'll know. So yeah. Let's do the white. End up getting a bit stuck. Stuck. Right. End up. See the consistency. Say these are what are the plastic cups to try and stir. They're a little bit flimsy, like flimsy. Hard work. That's stirring, you know. Hard work indeed. Got the paint all over my hands now. Have a little moment. See the consistency now. I mean, I suppose it depends on what type of pour you're doing as well. For me, I do a lot of colander pours, so I like the consistency like this. I mean, if you're doing Dutch pours, you're going to have the consistency a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more runny, I suppose the word would be. Would it? Runny, watery? Obviously, if you're going to be blowing it with an airdryer or with your mouth and stuff like that. But with this, I like it to be quite thick consistency. I am going to put a little bit of water in though, I think. And it does depend on the paint as well. Some paints are thicker than others. Right, okay. So I gave them a stir. I'll just use that same thing. I'll just put paint all over myself. So, the eco thing, you don't need much. Oh, that might have been a little bit too much, but pour a little bit in. Suppose it has the same effect as the silicone oil. And I find it a little bit better. Well, to use both, really. So let's see what the consistency is like. A little bit different on this one, I think. Oh, around about the same. I might not even put any water in, actually. Maybe a little bit. Right, okay. try and put that in last, so you don't have to give it that much of a stir. It's meant to help with the cells if you want quite a few cells. I love putting the glitter in. The reason being, sometimes you cannot see the glitter, but or you can't see it shining is what I really want to say, but you can see it as in like contrast, if you get what I mean. So you can see like little bits. Sometimes it's just on the paint and it's not shining, but it gives it, I don't know, I feel it gives it that little bit of depth, that little bit of contrast in your paintings. But something that's so cheap as well is like, I bought that from Quid Shop for, guess what? Yeah, you guessed it, £1. And it's lasted absolutely ages. Nice stir. I just put a little bit in at a time, and I mean a little bit, like there. And what you might find is, if it's your first time doing it, you'll proper panic, because you'll be like, oh no, it's all gone watery, it's just water. But the more you stir, it'll thicken back up. It says. But like I say, you don't need that much, and you can see how it's thickened back up now. And that's a little bit better consistency. Because the last thing you want to do is have it too runny, so it just runs off, or have it too thick, so when you're pouring it into the colander, it's just coming off in blobs. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother with the red. I don't think it needs any water. The gold, definitely going to need water. Gold always seems to be a little bit thicker paint. But like I say, don't put too much in at once, especially in your metallics, because what you'll tend to find with your metallics, as soon as you put water in, if you put too much, not only will it go thinner, but it'll go back lumpy again, and then you'll spend like forever stirring it, trying to get the lumps out again. But you can see how quickly that thickens back up. Some kind of like thick custard that you used to get for your school dinners or something like that. But I'm going to put a little bit more water in that one, just because I think it needs it. So it comes back up straight away, this one. But yeah, I think that's about the same, about the right consistency for what I want. Okay. Yeah, definitely needs a bit of water in as well. Again, not much at the start. Ooh, might be a little bit too much. Ooh, ooh. Making funny noises. That's it, nobody will be watching. So anyway, I started this channel just over 3 months ago now. And I started really my own business that I was doing photography, art business. Because of the pandemic, I couldn't really, well, I couldn't do it. That I'm in what they call CEV, like the Clinical Extremely Vulnerable group. So really, I haven't been out since March. And then, so because I've not been out, I obviously can't go out and post anything if I sell anything or anything like that. And I've been doing the paint pours probably, I don't know, 8 months before I started doing the videos. And I thought, well, why not do videos on YouTube? give people a little bit of inspiration, give me a little bit of inspiration as well. So, you know, it gets a bit lonely just stuck in the house by yourself. Well, me and the cat. So that's why, you know, that's my motivation of doing the YouTube videos. Now, a bit of selfless promotion, as usual. If you do like these videos, then, you know, I'd really appreciate either giving me a thumbs up or even better, subscribing to my channel. Obviously, I get more subscribers, it's going to urge me on to do more. If I do start making a little bit of money out of it, it's going to pay for the paints and stuff like that, really. So if you do, that's great. And like I say, I hope you enjoy the videos. So yeah, so I think I might still add a little bit more water into this. I think this is the silver. I think that'd be enough. A little bit more water into it. Da, 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 da. Have a little sing to it a little bit. See if that'll make it get to the right consistency. La, da, 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 that consistency. Da, 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 da. Right. I think the singing worked. Gone a bit sour though, I think, with the singing. So yeah. So I'm going to stop this video now. That's the mixture of how I do it. The silicone oil is, I'm not going to add any. In fact, yeah, I'll add some now. So basically with the silicone oil, I use is 3 drops or something like that in each. I don't know if this is off camera. Oh, went in the red. Disaster. Right. Give it a quick stir. And then what you can do then is you can get rid of this because you don't need it anymore, depending on what paint pot you're doing. Wipe it all off. And put it, the water that you've been using, put it in there. Keep it a bit damp so you've got time to actually, I've just put that all over the thing, but never mind. Yeah, pop it in there. Quick stir. I don't think you can actually see what I'm doing now. Try and show you on the last one. So literally, that's it. That's all I'm going to stir it. I've probably done it more on the other one. I'm restricting myself. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you on the other side.